If you like strong fragrances, definitely keep watching this video because this week I'm going to talk to you about some super strong, head-turning, statement-making, outstanding fragrances. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's hang out for the next 10-15 minutes or so, and I'm going to tell you what fragrances I've discovered this week, and there are some absolute bangers, what I've been up to, who I've been talking to, and I also have a cheeky little discount code for you. Let's kick things off with a stunning new release. Armani have released in their Privé line Oud Nacre. This is a warm, spicy, woody floral. It's an Alberto Morillas fragrance. The notes are jasmine, saffron, oud, patchouli, vanillin, and broxin and sandalwood. Armani say this is inspired by the opulent mood of the Armani Privé Pearls Haute Couture collection, offering a contemporary take on classic fragrance notes. As always, the Armani presentation is on point here, and this marble effect pearlescent bottle looks stunning. First thing I'm going to say about this fragrance is it's strong, it is a statement maker, but it's very easy to wear. I get quite a sweet, almost slightly gourmand, cakey smell to this. It is not a funky animalic oud. The oud is here to provide the firepower and the depth. There's some florals, little bit of indolic white floral, but I don't think it's overwhelming at all. Sometimes white florals can really overpower a fragrance. It definitely does not. Blended into the oud really well, but the spicy opening, the saffron, it's punchy, it's poppy, it draws you in and it brings you into this really mellow, soft, sweet oud scent. I'm really enjoying that edible, addictive side to it. I feel like it's quite an intimate fragrance. Maybe this could be good as a date night fragrance. Definitely get your nose on this. If you like oud, but you like a very wearable, smooth, mellow sort of oud, then Oud Nacre could be the one for you. As I film this video, it's National Fragrance Week, so happy National Fragrance Week, and I thought I'd better do some fragrance stuff this week. So on Tuesday, I went down to London and I had a couple of things planned. The Fragrance Foundation invited me to a pop-up showcase event that they were running. It was a very small, intimate event, only a handful of new fragrance brands there, so it's the next generation of fragrance brands. New, exciting brands that are just starting out. This was in a wine bar in a lovely area of London, not far from Victoria train station. There were brands I'm familiar with, RNDL, I've smelled them last year at the NICE show. They have 3 fragrances. They are all stunning, really wearable, but statement-making scents. I think Midnight is probably my favorite of those. It is inspired by a night out in London and a clash of cultures, so really try and smell RNDL if you can. Another brand that I'm really enjoying over the last 12 months is Kingdom Scotland. They draw their inspiration from nature, from the great outdoors, and, wait for it, whiskey. So of course, bit of nature, whiskey, it's my kind of brand. I smelled their fragrances and honestly, there wasn't one I didn't like. They're a great line and I'm really looking forward to exploring Kingdom Scotland a lot more. There was also some home fragrance, which I'm getting a little bit more into these days. There was Lords, and then I smelt some beautiful candles from TWEED London and Cranbourne. I also saw the lovely Sophie, who has launched her own brand called Soaky London. These are a line of feminine fragrances. They smelled beautiful. They are actually available in Boots. I think it's just in their newest fragrance store in London, so if you're nearby there, then definitely go in and give Sophie's perfumes a smell. She's a lovely person and she's done a great thing with launching this brand. She told me it's been a lot of hard work, so I really hope it pays off for her.
Hello.
Great brand from Sophie.
Thank you. It's so lovely to be able to share my new affiliate fragrance with everyone and introduce a new baby into the world.
And of course, I got a goodie bag, so let me just quickly show you what's in there. I've got some scented things from Lords, the 7.5ml travel set from Kingdom Scotland. From TWEED London, I have a candle which is Island Breeze Seychelles, and also a candle from Cranbourne, London, which is Sunset in Ibiza. I think I'm going to be getting whisked off to some beautiful sunny destinations with these candles. There's one of Sophie's in here, a sample of Ophelia, and oh, a brand that I discovered on the day is NOIR. This is a brand I've never heard of or smelled before, but they had a fragrance and it's called Whispers of Dusk and Silk. Of the 3, this was my favorite because it's a spicy, slightly salty tobacco scent. The other 2 are called When All Things Were Divine and Rivers of Gold and Nectar. So that's NOIR. Look out for this brand if you don't know them already. That's a heck of a goodie bag. There's some good goodies in there, so thank you Fragrance Foundation for inviting me and putting on such a great event. Whilst I was at that event, I met Barry from Centralise, who informed me that there was another pop-up perfumery event with the Fragrance Foundation. We went over there and smelled some great scents. I love going smelling new brands, discovering new fragrances, finding some gems amongst them. It's really exhilarating. And from there, we moved on to, not a perfumery, to a pub called the Devonshire Arms, because it was Tuesday, 17th of March in England. That is St. Patrick's Day. Is it St. Patrick's Day everywhere on the 17th? I don't know. Anyway, St. Patrick's Day, so we had to have a Guinness. And the most famous pint of Guinness in London is at the Devonshire Arms.
You're looking forward to this Guinness, Barry? Guinness time!
Outside of Ireland, I think they are supposed to pour the best pint of Guinness. People flock there, as you can see from these images. It was a busy place, but we managed to find some standing room and we did the split the G challenge, where you have to try and drink your Guinness down. Drink it in one go, and when you stop, you have to have the level of Guinness in the middle of the G. Unfortunately, neither of us managed to split the G perfectly. I didn't drink quite enough. Barry drunk a little bit too much, but it was fun anyway. The next thing on the itinerary was Nishane Booty. They invited me to come and have what they called a consultation, but when I got into the store, there was lots of people in there and they were on hand to talk to us about all the fragrances. They'd invited us to smell our favorite, choose it, and then leave with it as a gift. So you can't argue with that. Thank you, Nishane. I always love meeting up with people at these events. On the way in, I met up with George from SANTAL, and you know what? It was a great evening because we had such a giggle in there. And if you can have a good laugh, drink a little bit of fizz, and discover some incredible fragrances, and then walk out with your favorite, can't complain. I guess you'll want to know which one I chose on the night. Well, I'm a big fan of Hatchivat. I thought Hatchivat X was beautiful, but quite similar to Hatchivat. The other fragrance that is probably my second favorite from Nishane is Fan Your Flames. I have that one, I have a bottle of that, but I really enjoyed Fan Your Flames X. I thought it was quite different to the original Fan Your Flames, a little more versatile, a little brighter. I chose that one and they gifted me this little 15ml bottle, so thank you, Nishane. And whilst we're talking about Nishane, I can offer you the cheeky discount code. If you use the code Nishane FRAG-MENTAL UK, all one word, no spaces, then you will get, if you buy a 50ml bottle, £50 off your next bottle. If you buy a 100ml bottle, you'll get £75 off the next purchase. So if you've had your eye on a couple of Nishane fragrances and you want to get a bit of discount on those, then it's a good time to do it. You've only got until the 23rd of March, so only a couple of days to make those purchases. So if you are thinking about Nishane, now could be the time to pull the trigger. Once again, for a 50ml bottle, that's £50 off the next purchase. If you buy a 100ml bottle, that's £75 off your next purchase. I got my nose on a Zaharoff fragrance for the first time this week. We've got Seraphim Kus in. We're now stocking this in my online store, Luxe Parfum. There's a link to that in the description, and this is a beauty from Zaharoff. There's cardamom, timber, pepper, nutmeg, bergamot, iris, truffle, magnolia, vetiver, patchouli, tonka, sandalwood, bushman candle, vanilla and musk. So it's a busy little fragrance, but it's all really smoothly blended. This is a warm, spicy kind of fragrance. Smells very luxurious, very opulent. It smells like money, basically, like a lot of the Zaharoff fragrances. So if you're a fan of Zaharoff and you were thinking about picking up another Seraphim fragrance, Seraphim Kus is the latest one, and it is now available exclusively in the UK at Luxe Parfum.
If you love fragrance as much as I do, head over to my online store, luxeparfum.co.uk. You'll find my favourite brands, plus brands you can't find anywhere else in the UK. Link is in the description.
Also new in was a surprise in the mail just yesterday. This is from Boadicea the Victorious. They've been very generous lately, and this is another very generous gift because we have a set of the new Eternal Sapphire collection. These are 4 rekindle fragrances that are taken from the Boadicea archive, created by perfumer Christian Provenzano. They expand the existing Royal Sapphires universe with heightened intensity, glamour and depth. As always with Boadicea, the packaging, the presentation, the luxury unboxing experience is just unsurpassed. It feels really premium. They've sent me a few of these 4-bottle 10ml gift sets before. I think they're great. I often travel around and I don't really want to take full bottles. If I'm going on an aeroplane and I'm just taking carry-on, I don't really want to put big bottles in that because I don't have the space or the weight. So 10mls are perfect. I haven't smelled all these yet, but we have Rose Sapphire, Amber Sapphire, Violet Sapphire Supercharged, and Carbon Sapphire Supercharged. I have had a little bit of a sniff of Carbon Sapphire Supercharged. I can confirm it's supercharged. These are some serious firepower. We've got Christian Provenzano as the perfumer. We've got the luxury experience, the luxury smell that we get from Boadicea the Victorious. If you like strong, powerful, very decadent fragrances, then these are certainly ones to check out. This is a new collection. As is the case with any of these 4-bottle Boadicea the Victorious gift sets, it's a great way to own several fragrances from the brand. And you know what? These are so strong, or at least Carbon Sapphire is. If they're all as strong as that one, you don't really need that much more than 10 ml, because seriously, a couple of sprays, that's enough. Let me know if you want a little bit more information about these fragrances. There will be a little short video featuring these coming soon, so if you want just a little bit more information about each of these 4 scents, then make sure you're following me for the shorts, either here on YouTube or on Instagram or TikTok, and you'll get a little bit more of an insight into this new collection. I mentioned in last week's video we were going to do a little bit of sniffing, and I'm going to let you know my first impressions of some of the Reservation Parfums fragrances. These have a few pretty prestigious stores around the world. Here in the UK, they are in Liberty. The only one I've smelled, I could have smelled a few in London, I nearly did, but I thought I'd save it for this video. It was the one I mentioned in last week's video, which is their newest release, Faux de Rose. That is a stunning rose leather, but not what you think. The rose, to me, wasn't that detectable. It was this warm, spicy, leathery fragrance, and it was beautiful. So if the rest of them are on that level, then I can't wait to give these a try. We're going to do a turbo sniff, so we're going to race through these, but it just gives you a little bit of an idea of what they're about. Sweet 909. Wow, that is a really wearable, head-turning fragrance. It could be a signature. It's that versatile sort of scent. There's a bit of a freshness to it. Woody, spicy with black pepper, really punchy. That's beautiful. Jasmine Haze. Obviously, this is going to be a white floral scent. Let's see if it leans too feminine for me or not. That is a lot lighter and brighter and fresher than I thought. Sometimes white florals can be heavy, indolic. It is a little bit creamy and indolic, but it's really bright and breezy. That's nice. I do think maybe for me, it's too much white floral for what I'm comfortable wearing, but it's a great scent for a woman. Blue Piscine. Oh, that's a beautiful citrus aromatic, a little bit of a gin and tonic juniper scent accord. Fresh, elegant. I'm really liking that one. Chambre Secrète. Ooh, wow. That's a big one. This is a huge amber fragrance, really smooth, almost salty amber. I find amber can be a little salty sometimes. I get that from this. Vanilla, frankincense. This is a real statement scent. I think for me, this would be a special occasion, event, evening. It's big, it's bold, it's smooth, it's sensual. Yeah, that's good. This one is Late Night. Ooh, yes. That is spicy, milky, sweet. Love the cardamom in this. Gorgeous. If you like a sweet, milky, sort of spicy fragrance, you need a Late Night. Finally, Riviera Californienne. Another ambery spicy, but this isn't as deep and it's not as sweet. A little bit of coffee. I think this is one that on the skin, it'll warm up, it'll bloom, and the warmth of the skin will do it justice. So it smells really nice, but I feel like on skin, this will bloom and develop into something even better. Based on just this quick first impressions, the 2 I'm picking out as my favorites from this are Blue Piscine. It's a great, really well done freshie that would be good to wear in the warmer weather, and Late Night, because that spicy, milky, punchy cardamom scent is it's a beauty, right up my street. Jump online, find out where Reservation are selling near you. If you're in London, go into Liberty. Honestly, give these a sniff because there's some good ones here. It's question time, and the one question, well, 2 questions from one person this week. That's all we've got, just one person. Guys, come on. Questions for next week. Let's have a chat. That's what this is about. We can have a little conversation. From Imonimon 1984, thank you for your questions, by the way. The first one is, you have reviewed Perfume Parlor and Alexandria perfumes before. Would you say the jump in price is worth it? That's a good question, and not that easy to answer. Okay, this is how I look at it. Overall, I would say probably the quality of Alexandria is a bit better. I think their hit rate is better. I don't think they offer as many as Perfume Parlor. That's the good thing about Perfume Parlor, is the range is vast and their prices are, I think, the lowest of any clone house that I know. The good thing about that is, and that's how I got into this hobby in the first place, was you can buy a lot from Perfume Parlor. I used to buy the 10 ml bottles. I'd buy maybe 10 at a time, and from those you'd maybe find 2 or 3 that you really loved, so then you can make a purchase of a bigger bottle. And even their bigger bottles are still dirt cheap. I think the 10 mls were like £5 or £6. I'm not sure if they've gone up in price, but at the time I was buying them, they were around there. So you could buy a few and almost use them as samples. I think their hit rate, not quite as much, but the ones that they do get right, they really get right. And some they do really nail. So I'd say Alexandria, if there's a couple that you've got your eyes on that get a bit of hype, that have been really well talked about, and you're happy to make a full bottle purchase and it's a little bit more, that could be the way to go. But if you want to sample quite a few, if you want to have a good go at 10, 20 fragrances, then Perfume Parlor are so cheap, then they're the brand to do that with. Second question is, have you tried any of the American clone houses like Yom and Layla or Dua? Of those, only Dua. I've not had any new Dua for a while, but the ones that I have been really good, really high oil concentration, really strong. So yes, I would say that I do really enjoy some Dua fragrances. And then they say, thanks in advance. You're welcome. Drop those questions for next week's video. Don't forget the Nishane discount code, only available till the 23rd of March. You've only got a couple of days. That is Nishane FRAG-MENTAL UK, all one word. That's going to give you a discount on a second bottle. If you're wanting to buy a couple of Nishane fragrances, it's a great way to do it. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this little catch-up, hangout, conversation, whatever it is. I love just telling you about what I've been up to, who I've been speaking to, the things I've tried, and some gems that I discover. Let me know if you like this style of video. I'll keep doing more of them. You can let me know by liking the video if you want. That would be very nice. Subscribe if you want more content like this. And if you do all that, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. Bye.